A relatively new focus in the field of social emotional learning is the adults' social emotional skills, or looking at the educators' social emotional competence. And it's very surprising that we've not really paid attention to this at all. And I think it's in the recent years really have a lot of uptake because people are realizing, yes, of course, how I am as a person, how I react is going to influence my students. One of the things that we know from the research is that emotions are contagious. And really, if you look at stress, stress is contagious. So to test this out in the classroom to see, is teacher stress contagious or are student stress contagious? So in our study, we looked at 16 classrooms of 4th to 7th graders. We first went to the teachers and we said, can you complete a measure of stress and burnout? So they completed a measure how stressed, how burnt out they were. And then for the students, we really wanted to look at their stress physiology. We want to look at how stressed are they? And one way to really capture stress is by collecting saliva, because you can get the hormone cortisol. And so for the students to get at their stress, we asked for their spit. And what we learned was fascinating. We found that those classrooms in which the teachers had the highest levels of stress and burnout, their students had the highest levels of cortisol, indicative of high levels of stress. Now, we don't know if it was the students coming in with more stress from their home environments, from their community environments, and the teachers were catching it. Were the teachers more stressed and burnout and it was happening and they were passing it on to the student or whatever? But what it emphasizes and how important when we're looking at anything about promoting well-being in a context, we have to take into account the adults as well as the children. We bring with us this whole history behind us of our own family experiences, of our own school experiences that we bring into the classroom. And through having opportunities to develop self-awareness, to be more aware of why we are responding in the way we are. But some of the most recent research is out of a program called CARE for Teachers, Cultivating Awareness and Resiliency in Education. And what's so fascinating about this recent program, it includes mindfulness and intention seeking, like being able to identify an intention every day, being able to develop self-awareness and awareness of your own emotions when they're bubbling up and be able to respond to those. One recent study of the CARE program that examined the CARE program in the context of over 200 classrooms in New York City did a comparison, a randomized study in elementary, where half of the teachers in these classrooms across these schools received the CARE program that taught them resiliency and did mindfulness and stress management, and the other teachers did not. And to look at the downstream effects into the classroom, they had classroom observations of people observing the classrooms who didn't know which teachers had the CARE program and which did not. And then they observed over the course of a school year. And what they found was that those classrooms in which the teachers received the CARE program, they increased in the sense of a positive climate in the classroom. They reduced a negative conflict as well. And they also increased teacher sensitivity. The same did not happen in the comparison classroom. So here is now research showing that when you promote the well-being of the teacher, there are benefits to the students in terms of the classroom learning environment.